Good afternoon to everybody. At this point in time, I believe it's almost like 2 or 1 or 2 here on the West Coast, and maybe in the afternoon on the East Coast, or maybe even a little later. How are you? Okay, so it's 2:30 here. So 4:30. Okay, it's 5:30 there. So it's still afternoon, early evening. How are you? How are you? How are you? Janine Macklin here, transformational speaker, your wealth guide and catalyst. I do apologize for missing you a couple of days. I had a family member who made her transition on Monday morning, and then I think I'd stubbed my toe from my 4-mile walk that I was so excited with you guys about, and it turned purple and blue, and then I realized I may have bruised it. And then I don't know what else happened, but I wanted to hop on here today. It's Friday. You made it. Hey, you made it. You made it through another week. Hopefully you're taking deep breaths, and hopefully you're doing the best you can to stay present in every moment. Instead of worrying forward or even wondering backwards, just stay present in each moment. So today I thought I'd give you maybe a tool that you could use that might help you stay grounded. And it's really simply some questions that you could ask yourself that can help you get focused. So do let me know. You come back on here afterwards, please please place hashtag replay so I know, and let me know what state you're in and how you're doing. Essential workers, please let me know if you're here. We want to keep you in our prayer circle that we pray on a regular basis. So I don't even know where we're going to go. Okay, so we know some of the states are going to be opening up for people to move around. I would say to you, be very mindful and conscious about that. We haven't missed anything not being out. All we did miss is each other, which we have found other ways to connect with each other. We found other ways to have birthday parties and celebrate births of babies. I've seen people drop off clothes and things for the baby shower. I've had people come down the street and blow their horns and drop off gifts for birthday parties. So please be aware that we're moving forward and things are shifting, and you get to create what you want. Life. Don't wait on America to say to you, okay, you can do this, you can do that. There are things you can do right now in your life and in your home and in your family that America doesn't have anything to do with. But one of the first things I want you to do when you wake up every morning, I want you to pause for a moment and ask yourself, what do I appreciate today? Now, I know you're probably more familiar with what am I grateful for? And we say that all the time, to the point that I really think oftentimes we forget the real meaning, and more importantly, you forget the power and the significance, not to everything out there that you acknowledge, but to you. For you, heartfelt appreciation for what you do have, what is working, what does give you joy and happiness, what tickles your spirit or tickles your soul. I can't see me, so I'm suspecting you can't see me. So let me help you out. What tickles your soul? What makes you smile? What are you appreciating? What do you appreciate? Recognize it every day you get up. Look around where you are. Look at what you do have instead of what you don't have. What do you appreciate? And for me right now, it's just awareness of something bigger than myself, so I don't have any fear around what's happening on this planet. For me, I appreciate the love and the relationship I have with my son, and being able to nurture that. And this time brings us closer together. We get to spend more time together, talk, and kind of learn each other's rhythms. We had to negotiate because he likes to study with music playing, and I like to work. I'm an entrepreneur. I work at home in silence or hearing nature. So I tried that 1 or 2 days, and luckily a friend of mine said, tell him to put his headphones on. I'd forgotten that. So he put his headphones on, and then I could still work in the house. But I actually chose to work. That was our happy medium. And I appreciate that process that we went through to come to something that worked for both of us. So when you think of appreciating, don't just think it's like, well, somebody did something and you say thank you, or someone gives you something or something happens and you say thank you. Look at the places where you can create shifts for yourself that make you feel good or make you smile, and appreciate that. If somebody folds up all the clothes and normally doesn't fold them, you want to appreciate that gesture. If someone gives you a card, I received a card today, automated, from a friend of mine, and it was a virtual hug. and it was a hummingbird. And I love hummingbirds. Now, I don't think he even knew that, but you saw the hummingbird and it would zoom toward one plant and then it would move back and that plant would open up and it would glow. And he went to another one, and it was perfect. And he just said, I want you to know that I'm thinking about you. So you could do that too. It doesn't cost you any money. It was one of those like green envelopes or whatever those online platforms are where you can send invitations. It was perfect. So what do you appreciate? What are you grateful for? Do you have your mom, your siblings, even though you guys may fuss and fight, but you still have them? Be clear, make your list. It'll bring joy to you and bring value to each moment. The next thing I want you to look at is, what am I responsible for today? One of the biggest things that I know a lot of people have is, what can I control? I want to control this, you want to control that, you want to control what's happening in the world, and we don't have any control over anything except for ourselves, and we barely have control of that. So, I thought I heard a hummingbird. What can you control? When it comes to you, in your sphere of things, is it what you eat? Is it what you drink? Is it how you spend your time? I'm trying to see a nice picture without all the... Okay. Is it how you can, I don't want to say control, but how you're responsible for your time? Is it what you do and how you spend your time? But what is it that you can actually be responsible for? Is it work that you have to get done and you want to get it done in a certain amount of time? Is it your kids with homework? God bless you if you have more than one at home and they're doing schoolwork and you have to be a teacher. But what is it that you're responsible for? A lot of people want to say, well, what can you control? But we can't control too much of anything. So I don't use that word. We don't even control ourselves. You know, you eat when you're not supposed to eat, or you tell yourself you're not going to, but you eat anyway. You tell yourself you're not going to stay up late, but you do it anyway. So I don't like the word control. What I want you to recognize is there are certain things and aspects to you in your life that you are responsible for. So how can you step into being more responsible? The next thing I want you to ask yourself is, what thoughts am I thinking? Now, so much of what happens in our lives and in our day-to-day living has to do with the thoughts we think. And if you've been following me for any length of time, you know that's what I'm always speaking to you about, is what are the thoughts you're thinking about your health, your relationships, your finances, your spirituality. Because what you think becomes what you believe. You heard this right. And what you believe becomes how you behave. And then how you behave becomes your experience. So begin to check what thoughts you're thinking. Don't let those thoughts get out of control. Think thoughts that are going to keep you in line with whatever your goals and dreams are. Okay? The other one is, how can I touch someone else's life today? That is probably the biggest lesson I believe we're learning from this whole experience. How do you stay connected to those that you love? How do you touch others in your family? How do you connect with, touch someone else's life? Can you send somebody $5? Can you send someone a card? And that could be virtually on the computer. Can you call someone and wish them a well wishes? Can you just call someone and say, I was thinking about you? We get so much solicitation, but is there an organization that you've seen that you could send $1 to or $5 to? So it's not just about you and yours, what's happening to your family and what's happening with, you know, in your surroundings. It's happening to the whole entire world. And so I'm sure there are people in Africa and India and other places globally that could use our $5. It would even go longer. So there's plenty of opportunities for you to participate in the overall global market, so to speak. Globally, how you can impact others and share and touch their lives. Now that's when it gets yummy. We touch someone else's life. We're not even concerned about who they are, what the requirements are. We just know that this $5 in another country will be so much to them and mean so much to them that we're willing to share and give it. Even though you can say, well, I don't have that much money myself, but you know what? In the United States, as crazy it is, we still have more than others do. What was the other question? The other one was more for you to be aware of what you can do to be present in each moment. So often, I think when we were living that other life where we were just going, every moment we were in, we were trying to figure out what we're going to do in the next moment. Hey, there's a shade. We're constantly going, that I really wonder, thank you, Felicia, what can you do to stay present in every moment? What can you do to stay right here, right now in this moment. At whatever time was it, like 2:43. How can you keep yourself present? So you're not, that's why I asked you to also look at what are your thoughts. See, if your thoughts are, oh my God, what's going to happen? Oh my God, am I going to get my job back? Now you're someplace else. What can you do to stay present in this very moment? Show up 100% for yourself, for your family, for your friends, for you. What can you do to be present so that you feel your feet on the ground? I'm outside barefoot. You can feel the sun on your face, or if it's cold or snow or rain. But what keeps you present? Because see, when you're not present, you're missing out on some yummy stuff. We don't ever think about it, but what if you die tomorrow? I mean, I'm just saying, there's nothing promised. We keep thinking about, well, today is Friday. So we think about Saturday, we think about Sunday, we think about next week, but let's just think about right now, today. Tomorrow's not promised. There's nothing in this moment that tells you we're all going to be here tomorrow. So why would you think about tomorrow or give tomorrow all your time? What can you do to be present more and more in your lives? Because that's where the yummy, yummy stuff is. So hit me back, please engage. Let me know what's going on. Hashtag replay, hashtag essential worker. Let me know where you are so we can send some prayers up for you and keep you in this circle of light and love and energy. Know that we're rooting for you. We are so honored and humbled by what you're doing, because we know you leave there and then you come home to your families. And some of you are isolated from your families because you don't want them to get sick and you don't want to get sick. So don't think because someone's working, it's nowhere near easy for them. I have a woman that I just recently met probably about 2 weeks ago. We've been walking together, and her girlfriend, yes, is a nurse. And so she has quarantined herself, self-quarantined, because she's like, I just don't want to get sick. I don't know that I'm going to. And she's not sick. She said, I just don't want to. She uses paper plates, everything, so they can just throw everything out. So don't think it's easy on them at all. They are the people that are putting themselves on the line. Now, I'm talking about my nurses, our doctors, those. I know the gardeners are doing what they're doing, so they're not, impacted by us. And I've got people working in the house, they're not impacted. But I'm thinking about the nurses, the RNs, the people who are in the hospitals, the people who are doing the x-rays, the people who are in the midst of it on a regular basis. Those are the people that I'm thinking about. So for them, surround them in love and light, keep them in a prayer. But if you're here on this page, if you're going to take time to be on Your Infinite Prosperity with Janine Macklin, put your name below, hashtag essential worker, pray for me, give me your name, and I'll lift you up in prayer. In the meantime, it's Friday. Some of you haven't gotten off work. We don't start working around here till 4. That's when my son gets out of school. That's when I shut everything down. Even though I'm a business owner, I do try to shut it down because I don't mind continuing to work, and I go enjoy him. I go enjoy him. So enjoy your family, enjoy your loved ones, enjoy yourself. Run yourself a nice bubble bath tonight. Get you a nice glass of red wine, since everybody seems to drink red wine but me. Look at a wonderful movie, read a great book. Enjoy yourself. Forget all this out here. It's going to happen. It doesn't need you to supervise it for it to happen. You'll know when you can go out of your home, and more importantly, you'll have to decide for you when you want to go out of your home. Outside of one time, I don't think at all. I've been home this entire week for the first time. Usually I'm out early in the morning hitting the stores, but I just said this week I was going to stay home. So enjoy your present moments. Okay, so you have that. What do you appreciate today? What am I responsible for today? Write it down, only do a few things. You're not responsible for holding up the whole world. What can I do to be more present? What thoughts am I thinking? Track those thoughts, because those thoughts may not be in agreement with what you really want to see showing up in your life, because you know you're powerful, right? And lastly, how can I touch someone else's life today? Have a great day. Have a great weekend. I'm going to try my best not to bother you over the weekend, because I get these little hits and thoughts. I'm like, ooh, let me. But this time I'm going to let you be with yours, and simply know you are amazing. Okay? Know that you have the skills, the talent, and the ability to move through this and live through this. Start daydreaming. How would you like your life to be when this is over with? How would you like your life to feel? Spend some time just thinking about how it could be for you, because no one can dream your dream for you and your family but you. Care, hashtag replay. I've got a wonderful challenge that's going to be coming up, and hopefully you'll be able to do it. But when I know how many people are essential workers, then I'll know how many people can participate. Anyway, have a great weekend. I'm not sure if you can hear me without this one. Take good care of you. Turn that TV off except for movies, I guess. Pull out the games. Pull out the old video games they used to play. They don't play anymore. Make them play it again and just have a good time. Take good care. Bye for now. Thank you.